Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Chum here, and today we are back with some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links PVP. This time we are changing gears and using a brand new Ghiggia deck, which I believe came out in the most recent box. I could be wrong, but I think it was the most recent one. Anyway, not too important. You guys can see here we have a pretty interesting deck, and this deck is all about control. And of course, that's why I've named the deck Ghiggia Tilter, because if you're not tilting your opponent, you're definitely going to be tilting yourself. Now, if you guys already understand how this deck works, I don't really care, feel free to jump to the timestamp in the top left hand corner and you guys can get straight into the action. Otherwise, let's run through exactly what these cards do. Now, first of all, we have our super rare Ghiggia Attacker. Once per turn, you can change this card to face down defense position. When this card is flipped face up, you can destroy any number of spell or trap cards on the field up to the number of Ghiggia monsters you control. So very, very powerful flip effect because you can destroy more than one card for that flip. Of course, if your field is full of Ghiggias, and even more importantly is the fact that it's a guaranteed one because of course Ghiggia Attacker counts as a Ghiggia. Now, of course, I'm running 2 of this card. I would love to run 3, but I only have 2, so it kind of sucks, but I think we'll manage with just 2. And then moving on, we have Ghiggia Accelerator. If you control a Ghiggia monster, you can special summon this card from your hand in defense position. When this card is sent from your field to the graveyard, you can target one Ghiggia monster in your graveyard, except this card, and add it to your hand. So very, very cool stuff. It's a free extra summon. It's going to be a bit of a wall for you, and once this wall is destroyed, you're going to get to add another Ghiggia to your hand. So very, very, very cool stuff. Now moving on to the next super important Ghiggia of this deck is Ghiggia Anchor. Now this guy is absolutely incredible. Once per turn, just like the attacker, you can change this card to face down defense position. And if this card is flipped face up, you can destroy monsters on the field up to the number of other Ghiggia monsters you currently control. So very, very cool stuff. It's also important to note that if you have both these two set face down, make sure you're paying attention to which order you flip them face up. Because if you flip Ghiggia Anchor first, you won't get the 2 attacks. So ideally, you flip them both. You flip one face down, then up again, and the other face down, then up again. Never flip them both face down, and then start flipping face up. Super important stuff. Anyway, moving on to the next monster, we have Ghiggia Arsenal. This card is pretty interesting. This card gains 200 attack for each Ghiggia monster you control. So it's minimum 1700, usually going to be 1900 because you're going to have other cards on the field. And you can tribute this card to special summon one Ghiggia monster from your deck in defense position. So if this isn't what you want right now, you can switch it out. Otherwise, it's going to be a pretty powerful monster. So I'm really looking forward to using that. Then moving on to our spell and trap lineup, we have Forbidden Chalice. A very good card with this deck. The 400 attack will usually mean something, and it's super, super good to be able to, negate our effects, which don't really matter in the damage step. And of course, being able to negate enemy monster effects by giving them the attack buff is also super useful. And it should be really, really good against our silver matchup if we happen to go up against any of those. And of course, you're running this card at 2. Then our next card, we of course have Enemy Controller. This is a control deck, so we want to be able to kind of keep our monsters in the field, help them live a turn, and then start doing our effects and destroying our opponent's field. So Enemy Controller can help with that. And then we have 2 Powerful Rebirth. This card's great because what you need is you need a monster on the field that's already been there for a turn so you can actually change its battle position, and you can use Powerful Rebirth to get your monster back to the field during your opponent's end phase. Then it becomes your turn and you can use your flip effects to start doing some fun stuff. Then moving on, we have Pulse Mines, one of the best protection cards in the game. If you control a machine type monster, change your opponent's attack position monsters, if any, to defense position. Also until the end of this turn, when a monster is normal or special summoned to your opponent's field, it goes to defense position as well. A very, very, very powerful card. It's like Windstorm but better. But of course, since we want more than just 3 Pulse Mines, we are also running a regular Windstorm. So this is our deck. Hopefully you guys are looking forward to seeing how this deck does. I have not practiced this deck once, but it was inspired by Guns Blazing and the deck that he ran. I'm not sure where he got it from, if he made it himself, I'm not too sure, but it was heavily inspired by his decks. This is what we have, and hopefully we will be able to have some fun with it. And of course, if you guys haven't already noticed, we have Balance as our skill because we want to guarantee having monsters and spells and traps in our hand, because obviously only spells and traps is going to make us lose, and only monsters are going to have no protection. Without further ado, let's jump out of here and get into our first duel. Alright guys, so we found our first opponent going up against someone in Gold Rank 1. Like I said guys, I'm still in Gold Rank. Maybe, just maybe we can get out of Gold Rank before the end of this episode, but I highly doubt it unless we somehow manage to go for like at least 5 duels. I don't know, we're going second, which is somewhat unfortunate for us. It means our opponent gets to kind of set up 2 turns before they go into attack, and it can be a little bit more difficult for us to protect, but we'll see what happens.
You think you can defeat me?
Not too bad. I'm actually quite liking what we have right now. So we can set, I think I'll set both Powerful Rebirth. Actually no, it will get destroyed. They don't get destroyed. When the monsters destroy, they destroy this card. Yeah, I guess, because I won't be tributing it, so I guess Powerful Rebirth won't stay forever. Just in case he destroys one, because you never know what kind of shenanigans these Rex Raptors are running. And you never know when they're going to play a card, because apparently they don't have any cards to play. This happened in the previous video as well. We just had to wait a long time. Like, first turns, for whatever reason, take forever. Like, people start they start searching for Duel and just throw their phone into the abyss. But here we go. He's finally playing some cards. That's cool with me. Let's see what we can draw. Pulse Mines. Perfect. We won't even need our we won't even need Powerful Rebirth. And I guess we'll splash some of this in defense position using its effect, because that way we can potentially have 3 Ghiggias in the field next turn, and we will end our turn. Now, hopefully they don't go straight for battle phase. That could be problematic, and of course that is if they use anti-magic arrows. But as long as they summon something, we should be okay. As soon as they summon, I will Pulse Mines. Actually, no, I have to do it in battle phase. Never mind. I do have to do it in battle phase. Otherwise, that thing can switch back. Alright, they summon their Jirac monster. Like I said, I'm going to wait because I want to be able to protect my monsters. They go for battle. Doesn't look like there's any kind of anti-magic arrow shenanigans. Now they've attacked. We go for Pulse Mines. Now this is super cool because we're going to be able to wipe our opponent's board. Unless they can negate. They have something to chain. They have something to chain. Are they going to use it? No, they do not use it. And now we get to tilt because this is our monster destroyer, which is absolutely awesome. Okay, so we might as well. We'll do our thing first. Activate effect. Go face down. With some of this just in case it decides to meme us. We're going to flip. Activate the effect. Destroy 1 or 2 cards. Hang on, is it say other? Interesting. Why did it say or 2? Can I not destroy a 3rd? The card doesn't say other. Up to the number of Ghiggia monsters you currently control. I control 3 Ghiggia monsters. And it doesn't say differently named, so I'm a bit confused with that, but it's okay. We'll keep going. Let's set this Powerful Rebirth because it will come in handy at some point. And hopefully the face down card is not Wall of Disruption. I don't think it is though, judging by the activation sequences. Powerful Rebirth is here. That's fine by me. Gets his monster back. That's all right. Yeah, I'm surprised by the fact that that it only let me destroy 2. I mean, sure, I don't want to destroy my own monsters, but I was just surprised that it only let me destroy 2. Interesting. And again, I currently control 3 Ghiggia monsters, the 3 of them that were on the field. Super interesting. Alright, end phase, we'll get our monster back. That way we can use the effect and have some fun. Alright, let's do it. Ghiggia Attacker, that's super useful. We'll hopefully summon that at some point in the duel. Obviously not right now. Activate the effect of this one. And the reason we're using this one instead of the other one is because I don't want to disconnect it from Powerful Rebirth. Because in doing so, it will lose the attack and Powerful Rebirth won't leave the field when Ghiggia Anchor is destroyed. Or Ghiggia Anchor. I don't know, I feel more comfortable saying Ghiggia blah. Enemy controller, huh? What's he doing? What are you doing, mate? Are you going to tribute? Are you going to tribute take? Because I'm okay with that. You're just going to give me space. Probably take the big one. Or are you taking... Oh yeah, taking the big one. That's fine. Okay. Now we can summon us our Ghiggia Attacker, our little, like, airship. Activate the effective anchor. And then, yeah, destroy 1 or 2 cards. Interesting. I'm going to destroy 2 cards. Even my monster, I don't really care. It gets destroyed, so does my Powerful Rebirth, and then we can go for a game. So it looks like the deck is doing alright. I'm liking this. I am very much liking this. There you have it. That's the game. The guy would have been okay if he didn't, I didn't have a monster in hand, but I did have a monster in hand, so that kind of held him back. But hey, we did pretty good in that first duel. I'm a bit surprised. I thought that the Ghiggia that is flipped up would count. But I guess it doesn't count because it happens when you flip. And your monster doesn't really count as a monster on the field until you finish flipping. I don't know if that's how it works. We'll find out in the next duel, and we'll do a little bit more testing. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this one. We'll move on to the next duel. Alright, guys, here we are for duel number 2. Again, someone in gold rank 1. The game, again, is still being very generous with us and not giving us anyone who's higher ranked than us. Like, we're not seeing any gold 4s or gold 5s. We're seeing all these low ranks. We're going first once again. Kind of sucks. Sorry, we're going second. Once again, I'd rather go first because, of course, it means we can kind of set up our field before our opponents really do anything. But it should be right. We have Ghiggia Arsenal, 2 of them. It's not bad. We can use it to special summon the one we want. And then we can even powerfully break the thing back to get another Ghiggia monster that we want as well. So, interesting stuff. We have no protection though, which kind of sucks. And the monster summon from our deck is in defense position. That's quite unfortunate. But we'll see what happens. Maybe I can draw a protection card. Like, I have a card to resurrect the monster, and I have Forbidden Chalice, which is great, but I don't know. We could be in a pickle. This Chaz loving Yamayugi. Let's see what he wants to do. I mean, I can't hate. I do love Chaz as well. He's a pretty great character. Let's see. Again, every time the first turn rather, the person's just AFK. No, there we go. Ooh. Give it to me or not. I deserved it. Give it to me or not. Okay, if you activate the third, I'll say don't give it to me. We're gonna have a hard time here. Is this a burn deck? Are you serious? Now our opponent's DCing. They're not DCing anymore, it's fine. Interesting. Is it burn? We got a protection card so we can do some fun stuff. Summon our Arsenal. He has a chance to chain. Are you afraid of a monster? You're gonna floodgate it? I wouldn't necessarily not recommend. It wouldn't be a bad idea. Of course this person gets 2 Pot of Greeds, man. Like the 25%. Odds are that we both should get 1 draw 2, but he got both. That's what can be so tilting about Cup of Ace, man.
My monster's effect activates.
He's probably gonna use his effect on this guy, which is kind of a meme. His floodgate if he has one. But I'm okay with that. I'll also set my... Actually, I might set my entire back row. I might set my entire back row. I definitely am glad I was able to search out Ghiggia Attacker because without it, I'd have a lot of trouble with this guy's back row. I can guarantee you that. I'm going to say this man has a response for everything I do. Turn Endo. Let's see what my friend wants to do next. Again, why couldn't I build my board turn 1? Instead, I had to wait until he Cup of Ace himself twice. If he top decks Cup of Ace and plays it and draws 2 again, I forfeit. I'm gonna put that out there right now. Can you please focus on the game instead of taking 10 minutes every time I make an action to actually respond and say, no, I don't want to do anything. Please, random Yamayugi. Please. This is why my videos are long. The previous recording was 40 minutes long. And there was very minimal cuts. It was really like, oh, I end the duel, cool, start the next one. It was a long video because everyone was like, ha ha ha. Let's take forever to respond. This guy is on a whole different level. Whole different level. Finally. You finally let me end my turn. Alright. Let's see. Let's see. He draws a card. I'm glad he was able to do that quickly. I'm curious as to what his fairy 10 is. We're not going to find out for a while, but that's fine with me. Sets a monster. If we can draw Anchor, that'd be absolutely amazing.
Here I go. My draw.
Windstorm. Kind of dead, kind of not. Let's do this. Summon our Arsenal. I'll let him stay for now. Will we? Will we? Activate effect. Go face down. And then again, I think we'll only be able to pop 1 card. Because I don't think the monster I'm flipping counts. Which means my entire deck intro beginning part is wrong. Probably should have tested it. But yeah, I'm so surprised. I guess, yeah, it's how many you currently control at the time of flipping, I guess is the big thing. Ghiggia attacker's effect. And destroy one card, right? Destroy one card? No response? Question mark? What are you doing, mate? What are you doing? What are you doing? It's interesting that he can respond before I select the card to destroy. We'll destroy this one. We'll destroy the leftmost one. Close attack. Draining Shield. A good pick.
Ready to battle?
The only problem is the other one's the activatable one, which is kind of memes.
My monster attacks.
The fun fact is, if he happens to have any monsters that have good effects, I can negate them with my Chalice. What does this guy do? When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, 5 damage to your opponent. Whatever, that's fine. I don't care. I'll take the damage. How scary. I'm so horrified. In hindsight, maybe I should have gone for my anchor. What? All okay. You're gonna use your enemy control that you've had for the longest time. I refuse. I will not let you inflict that damage to me. Negated. Get wrecked. Mill yourself and don't do damage to me. I like. Interesting way the card's worded. It's not worded the same way that you'd normally word a cost to effect. I was actually expecting the remove from play not to happen, but it is a cost, so it should happen. Oh, another good thing about tributing Geargia Arsenal this turn would have been able to have had 3 monsters on the field next turn as well with powerful rebirth's help. Oh, Lava Gorem. That's fine, actually. That's so fine. You have no idea, lol. It's fine. End phase. Sets a card phase. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Lava Golem. End phase. I need to draw a Ghiggia monster. I really need to draw a Ghiggia monster. Let's get my attacker out here. I wanted to destroy the card they just recently set. That's what I'm talking. That one's probably like massive morph. So I'm gonna aim for that card. This card right here. This is such a slow duel because we're versing a Stolly deck and also a Stolly person as like a Stolly human being. It doesn't matter what position we summon it in because we're going to be doing our effect anyway. Kind of sucks we're going to detach it from Powerful Rebirth, thus losing our attack buff. Like, how long does it take for this person to end their turn? They're not even looking at the game. Finally. No Ghiggia. There's no point in setting pulse mines. And there's no point even using my effect. Because of obvious reasons. If I flip, like, I'm not going to get one. It doesn't count. My actual self doesn't count. So, that's a sad fact. And then we're going to have 10 minutes waiting for this man to realize that I hate this kind of duel, man. Every activation that happens, he's like, let me just wait 5 minutes before I respond. I have one more turn. I have to win next turn, which is kind of sad. Because I don't have a way to get rid of Lava Golem.
Let's battle.
This would have been a fair and balanced duel if he wasn't at 25%. So here's the massive morph for whatever it is. Probably Draining Shield. Massive morph. That's fine. And then this guy's gonna go for an attack. It's gonna feel D-draw, which kind of sucks. Do you reckon they'll D-draw the second Lava Golem? Or I should make a Lava Golem deck with 3 Lava Golem, because we have that now. And that's a tilter. That's definitely a tilt. I'm tilted right now. I'm not even tilted because of this card. I'm tilted because of this person. Because they can't help but take 20 minutes to make a move. Oh, I might even cut this duel out. It's been going on for like pretty much half of my life. I was a small boy when I started this duel. I was a mere 10 years old. Goblin Thief. I mean, what does that do for you, dude?
Ah! Like that's gonna keep me down.
Interesting. Interesting. Can we draw a card that will save my life?
I draw.
Arsenal.
My
I mean,
monster's effect activates.
I have to be able to get Arsenal's attack and the other attack through, which is going to be hard.
No matter the odds, I'll fight to the end.
I can destroy one face down. I'm going to destroy this one.
I summon
Because he didn't use the other one last turn, so maybe he can't use it. Go face down.
effect activates.
We're going to lose a bit of attack, but that attack loss is completely redundant. Enemy controller. Interesting choice. Yeah, sucks it. That is just a loss. What's the new face down? Let's see. What's the new face down? Had I drawn a monster last turn, I would have been so set. What's this? Massive more. Oh man. Oh man. Yeah, there's nothing you can do right now. That's just game. Yeah, might as well surrender if it's game.
I know this defeat.
Damn. I mean, in the end, they got lucky. Like, I think one of the big things is that if you notice, they used every single card in their hand, and they activated 2 pots of greed. They got both times when they cup of ace, they got to draw 2. So that's so lucky, the 25%. And I couldn't draw anything that I needed. So yeah, bad luck on my part, good luck on their part. Let's get into the next duel, and hopefully we can have less of a tilting time, and hopefully someone who's actually playing the game and not just being like, and then reinstalling on a new phone, loading the same duel, then being like one activation and then throw their phone out the window. Basically what's happening. Bulgaria. Interesting place to find an opponent. In fun fact, I do have friends from Bulgaria. Very cool stuff. Can I go first?
You've never seen techniques like this before.
Seriously, can I? Is that mind scan? Restart. Ooh. Armages. Alright, show me your, I have a tilter.
That was a fabulous duel.
That indeed was a fabulous duel. Well, after the really long one, we had a really quick one. Interesting. Was that duel 3? Quote unquote duel 3? I guess we'll go for 5. It was 25 minutes deep. It depends on the next duel. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. That's such a tilter. But whatever. Man, it is. You know, I shouldn't have surrendered that last duel because I would have got that last duel stamp earlier. But it doesn't matter. Let's go on for the next one. No cuts necessary. And the guy probably drew 2 bad hands and was like, I'm tilted. So he's clearly more tilted than me. I don't care what kind of bad hand I draw after a restart as well. I will never surrender without playing a card. I would never do that. I say that, but I probably have done it once on video, and then you guys will prove me wrong, and then I'll be embarrassed. But I'd have to be real tilted to do that. I wouldn't just by choice. I'm cursed. Did I even go first in the previous video?
I'm definitely
Dude, why is it always this guy? I have 3 Ghiggia Anchor as well, but I somehow managed to get Ghiggia Arsenal instead every time. Like, I'm not complaining. Well, not really. What was his ability? He didn't use one. Then what would his ability be? What mid-game ability does Weevil have? If it's not balance or might be restart. Does he get restart? He might have chosen not to restart. I don't know.
okay. I summon a monster in attack position. My monster's effect.
Let's do this. I know I can get an attacker, but I'd rather get attacker going.
Hope you're ready. I special summon a
And then we have obviously our several layers of protection, monster effect negation, and windstorm.
I set a card. I
In before, what's that thing called? In before Giant Trunade? No. Hey Trunade. Giant Trunade would be way too broken. Alright, Chum, what you got? Weevil Underwood. It looks like he's at least actively playing the game. You notice his standby timer pause was very, very, very minimal. Very minimal. Alright. Also, I did not realize that I have a foil of the super rare Ghiggia. That's really cool. I like that.
Feeling nervous? Draw.
Alright. Let's Arsenal. Whoops.
I'm counting on it.
Let's Arsenal
I summon a monster in attack position.
for another attacker.
My monster's effect activates.
How does that sound? I think it sounds pretty great to me. Given that our opponent has put no monster on the field yet, there's no point in getting an anchor. Plus, anchor is obviously the most prominent Geargia in our deck right now. Also, I have a powerful rebirth face down, right? I can use that.
I activate my face down card. My continuous trap activates.
Get this boy out. Do we want to go for an attack this one, or do we want to get anchor out just in case he gets a monster?
Okay.
I mean, we have 2200 attack right now. That's kind of wild. That's kind of wild. We don't have a pulse mines. I wouldn't mind getting pulse mines face down. Activate effect. We're gonna get destroyed 2 cards now, which is pretty great though. Shout out to powerful rebirth. Let's go back face up again. For a 1500 base attack monster, original attack monster, Ghiggia Arsenal comes through. It really does. And now I guess we'll destroy that one. And we'll destroy that one. What do we get? We hit Judgment of Anubis and Gravity Light. Interesting. This isn't game. And without game, I want to do this. Just in case to get a monster. And now I can actually destroy their entire back row once per turn. With my 2 Ghiggia attackers, which is kind of wild. Although the one downside is, of course, our Powerful Rebirth is stuck. But Ghiggia attacker can destroy Powerful Rebirth if I wanted to. Oh, dude, I'm an idiot. That was actually lethal. That was lethal. I forgot that I had Forbidden Chalice face down and that it would give me 400 attack. Oh, misplaced. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everyone calm down. It's fine. We can pop an entire back row and a monster, and we have Windstorm, so they can't attack us. And if they use a monster effect, I can just be like, no. I can literally just be like, no. Which is great. Like, they'll summon their monster, they activate their effect, they surrender. They surrender. That's what I want to see. So we'll go for one more. Because that was very quick. We're only 30 minutes deep. And these videos somehow just magically end up being super long. Because I'm always like, 3 duels is too short. And then 4 duels it ends up being also too long. It's just a weird world. Anyway, forget the cuts. We don't need them. Not important. I don't have to, really care too much about it. I usually cut out time. But, we're still talking. We're still hanging out. I kind of wanted to see what that guy's deck was. Whether or not it was a completely trap-based deck. Or if he literally just didn't draw any of his monsters. Like, if that's the case, I'm getting pretty lucky. Because didn't that happen in this video? Or was it the previous video? I don't even know. The goal is 4 we're up against. Let's hope we can win this one. Sadly, actually no. It will tell us if it's a rank up match here, not prior. Can it be a rank up match? We actually can't go first. This is 5 duels in a row. Do you want to know the reason that I didn't bother to get to Casey Cup level 20, like level 20 in previous Casey Cup? It was honestly solely because of the fact that I always go first. Sorry, always go second, and that loses in the Sylvan matchup. So I didn't bother. Like seriously, because I pretty much always go second. You guys have seen it in this video and the previous video. I don't win with decks that go first. I'm gonna flood the field. I don't care. I'm gonna put all my resources in the board. Because of course these guys are amazing. I mean, not really, because they can only give me themselves back. But hey, it's recycling. Nonetheless. Let's see what you have face down, friend. Even before it's like a 2k defense monster. It probably will be. That's bad. But it's alright, because we know he won't hit anything good because we're lucky. Carrot way, that's actually really good. Okay, back row's gone. Okay, monster's gone. Okay, both monsters gone. Okay, Hermitry gone. I mean, what? That's not... Not how it works.
Just what I was waiting for.
Oh man, it's such a tilter. I just always have to. Okay, well, he destroyed the weak. He destroyed the bad thing. Actually, no, because destroying pulse mines is pointless because I won't have a monster on the field.
My monster's effect activates.
Again, going first, the decks that go first, I can never use because I don't go first enough. I'm cursed. I'm cursed with going second. And while at the beginning of the Duel Links era, going second was great, not anymore. And so I just get put in the bin. Oh, it's a fun time. Is this the reorder at the top of the deck? Yes, it is. So we get to dig 3 deep for his top deck, and I'm tilted. I'm tilted. Hey, you know what? At least I was right about the whole Ghiggia tilted thing. I am tilted. I don't think I actually won a legitimate duel yet. Oh no, I guess. I technically did win the duel against Weevil, but I don't know. I'm tilted. Oh wait, no, I won the first duel as well. What am I talking about? I won the first duel too. I forgot that. Come on. Just finish me off. There's no way he can't finish me off right now. I mean, yeah, there's 2 cards in hand and what do you call it? Co-Mushroomer. But yeah, it sucks that Ghiggia Accelerator didn't get to activate the effect because it just has to be destroyed a battle. Oh, it's sent to the graveyard, but because there was no others in the graveyard when they were sent there, it didn't work. Which is sad. Oh no, it has to be something except for Ghiggia, blah blah blah. Oh, so they also had the Rose Revolver in hand, and they didn't want to switch their monster to a different position. Which is a fair assumption. Or fair decision, rather.
I can't believe this. I draw.
Awesome.
I set a card. I hope you're ready.
Do we want monster or back row destruction? I think I want back row destruction, because he wouldn't have that many back row. Enemy controller. He just wants to make sure that I can't use my tribute effect. Which is fair. That's fine. Completely fine by me. Man, it does suck they hit my power free bird though. It really does. They hit pulse mines, I would have been in such a good shape. Hey Trune. Luckily, pulse mines is a great card to chain, because all the monsters he summons in the future will also get changed to defense position. So we're in really good shape because of that card. So shout out to pulse mines. Shout all the way out to it. Was that their set card? Was Hatred their set card? I think it was a set card. Oh, I forgot he can do that actually. I won't lie to you. I always forget that pulse mines. Doesn't let you change the. Sorry, the pulse mines doesn't lock down the monster. It can change back. What can I draw that can save my life? Not that. It's surrender time. Yes. I'm telling you, dudes. I'm telling you, this deck loves to go second, so go first, and I look at me. Does anything about me say, you know, first turn player? No, definitely not, because apparently I can't do it. I'm gonna look at the previous video, and I'm gonna inquire as to how many times I went first in that video, because I don't think I did. I didn't go first once in this five match video. Like, what are the chances of that? 2 to the power of 5, 30, 32. Was that 1 in 32? No way. Oh no, 1 in 16. Yeah, 3 is 8. No, wait, hang on. 2 to the power of 2 is 4. 3 is 8. Wow, 1 in 32. Actually, I'm gonna Google that right now. I'm curious. But guys, that's gonna be it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you hit that. Hang on, 2 to the power of 5. 32. That was a 1 in 32 chance for us to go first 5 times in a row. Either that or my logic and my what do you call it? My, what's the word? Probability math is incorrect. It probably is, to be honest. But still, ridiculous odds for that to happen. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links videos in the future, make sure to hit that subscribe button also. I'll be doing more ranked PvP very, very soon. And hopefully I'll be higher ranked by then. I might just pick up a deck that I'm confident with and go to town. And hopefully a deck that likes to go second, because I cannot go first to save my life. But yeah, I'm glad to know that the name of the deck, Ghiggia Tilted, turned out to be correct, because it was just a full session of tilt. Anyway, hope you guys enjoy once again. Well, thank you for watching. And until next time, I hope you guys have a wonderful day.